Yes. Big up, people. This is London is back on 12th man, and I'm smiling as Guna Lee will be. I'm very, very sure because do you know what? It's been a long time since we have seen five go past Manchester City. Haaland told us to stay humble. And then he got humbled and had to eat some humble pie. Big up to Guna Lee. Big up to Don. D will be with us. There's no Lawless tonight. He's not very well, bless him. Hopefully, he's all good and he hasn't got West Hamitis. They play tomorrow against Chelsea. That'll be a good one. Don, we're going to talk and touch on that, I'm sure. And D will be with us. There's no Deji tonight. Deji's not about. I tried to get George. I tried to get Tobes, but there's no Spurs fans. Listen, when Spurs fans win, they still don't come on. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're going to touch on that as well. Be a bit of a short one tonight because there won't be as many of us. But you know what? It's great to be here because Arsenal put five past the mighty Manchester City, albeit they are not so mighty at the moment. I've got to say, my thoughts on the game. I've put my fan cam out. I'm going to come to you first. Don, as a neutral, I guess you watched it. I want you to touch on the players that impressed you, and I want you to talk about two 17-year-olds who look like they're going to light up the place at the moment. And so come on, talk to me, bro. What you got for me?
Oh, impressive performance. Yeah. And I even put it out there, bro, that listen, Chelsea right now, Maresca, our players, bro, they need to take a hard look at themselves, right? And realize what we made Man City look like last week. Because the way Arsenal set up today, the way Arsenal were brave today in large parts of the game is exactly how you beat this Man City right now. Because as you can see, Potts, they're very vulnerable, bro. You pushed them into so many mistakes, pressing them from the front, right? You scored instantly from pressing from the front, like what we did for the first goal that we scored, right? When Havertz missed, again, that was pressing them from the front. You know what I mean? The chance that that Partey got for the goal, that was again from a mistake that you guys capitalized on, right? So today it was a very professional performance. It was a brave performance. I thought the crowd were rocking today as well, though, behind you lot. Emirates today seemed quite loud, to be fair. I know Lee usually complains about Emirates. I don't know if you were there today, Lee, but I could hear it on TV. It sounded quite loud. You know what I mean? And just in terms of performances, bro, Declan Rice, listen, these are the sort of performances I want to be seeing from him. You know, if I'm gonna stop cooking this, because when he plays like this, he's unplayable. You know what I mean? The passes today that I saw man playing, even for the goal that Nwaneri scored when he came off the bench, brilliant, bro. Skelly, listen, you already know how I feel about Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri. I rate them. I think they're ballers. And for me, I actually think Nwaneri, if he starts to start more games ahead of Odegaard, for example, I actually think he will start to bring more GA to your midfield. Yeah, I know Odegaard's a big part of your midfield, but when you talk about GA, you don't look at Odegaard for that. You know what I mean? You just look at him as a part of a well-oiled machine. Whereas Ethan can be that and more. You know what I mean? He can offer you goals and creativity as well. Brilliant finish from him, man. But overall, like I said, bro, listen, I'm not surprised that you lot did what you did to Man City, because when I previewed the game with LB, there were so many examples I was showing him where teams are just running through their midfield. Teams are exploiting the wide areas when they like to invert their fullbacks, and they like to have their fullbacks going so high. That's exactly what you did today, bro. Look at Havertz's goal. Look how much space he had on that side, bro. You know what I mean? So it was a massive win, innit? Very, very good win, but I'm not surprised because I know how bad Man City have been. But it's good for you lot because you were very clinical today, and that's something that you've been struggling with. You know what I'm saying? So very, very good performance today, man. Arsenal impressed me today. I can't lie.
Listen, I think they impressed a lot of people. D, let me come to you next as a neutral. Loving the Sunnies, my bro. Did you get to watch the game through them sunglasses or what, bro?
No. I just came having some dinner, cooking some United fans. So I'll just make sure the coast is clear here. If there's any City fans in the chat, any United fans in the chat, you know, if there isn't, then I'll take them off because I've had my dinner already. My belly's full, but just in case, I'll keep them on for a few more minutes. But no, I did see bits of the game because I had to do my reaction on our channel after the United win. So the first half, I was watching it whilst doing a stream. But I'll be honest, City, especially after you scored that second goal, their heads were gone. Like, their heads were gone. You got into them. What you done today was disrespectful. I feel disrespected. I don't even support City. I feel disrespected. What you done? Because they couldn't do anything. How can you smile at a man's face after the guy telling you to stay humble, and then afterwards bag 5 goals against him, have Nwaneri score, Lewis Skelly score, do your celebration? It was rude. It was genuinely rude. And I never, despite City being awful this season, I never expected Arsenal to beat them 5-1. I think this was, I've been critical of Arteta, of some of your signings. But today, despite City not being the same City as they've always been, we can all admit that so far this season they haven't been, beating them 5-1 is still massive. It is still massive. Beating anyone 5-1 is still massive, especially at your ground.
But D, I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not obviously. Look, I didn't predict Arsenal to win 5, but seeing them putting that many goals past them, I'm not really surprised, bro. If you watch how Man City have been cut through, bro, time and time again by numerous teams, you just have to be clinical against them. That's the main thing, and you'll beat them. That's the main thing, bro.
I can't wait to face them now. I don't know when we're facing them, but they're awful defensively. They're genuinely terrible defensively. They can't defend a transition to save their lives. But that's nothing to take away from Arsenal, because Arsenal need forwards. Arsenal need attackers. And despite Arsenal needing attackers, Arsenal didn't have Saka. They didn't have Saka. Like, and you lot still managed to beat them 5-1. It's embarrassing. It's just, yeah, you lot wasn't at your peak. You can say City, they missed Rodri, etc. That's fine. But I still think with your flaws, especially going forward, because I don't think Arsenal have been great in particular in attack in certain games this season, especially with the finishing, to score 5 goals against City after they told you to stay humble, that is rude. And you've done your job, but it's about what you do from here onwards. Tomorrow's a massive day for Arsenal, in my opinion. It's a massive day for a few clubs, including ourselves. But what are you going to do? Are you going to go sign an attacker? Are you going to build on this? Because this is a big 48 hours for Arsenal. You've got the momentum here. You beat them 5-1, but you can build on it. You can give a bit more confidence to the fan base if you do go and sign the players that you need to go and sign. But are you going to? That's a big question. And also, next game matters. Newcastle. If you go beat Newcastle, if you do, I don't think you will. I'm not going to lie here and say you will beat them, like score 3 goals and they won't score a goal. But you can. We've seen it. Newcastle lost this weekend. Then it's looking a bit scary in terms of like the potential and the momentum, because I feel like you lot are momentum side. Like once you get it going, you can get going. And this result was one of the biggest results so far this season for you lot, if not the biggest, in terms of the whole context around it.
Mate, it's the best game of the season in terms of performance, and how we felt after it was just amazing. I'm buzzing. I'm happy. Look, it's not to get too excited. Now we're going to win the title vibes, but certainly it feels good to put 5 past them, because they've done that many a time to us. And do you know what? When we were bad, they made us look bad. And I'm glad that when they were bad, we made them look bad this time. That's about time for me.
Sorry, can I address the comment? Who on earth at G saying hold that LD? That's why I know it. What are you talking about? What L am I holding today? My side didn't hold no L today. What are you talking about? I don't know who you spoke. Who is that?
It's probably
Pat.
That's what I'm saying. People like to do revisionism, man. You probably criticize Arsenal when they played badly. Now it's hold the L.
That's crazy. If you want to play that game, I trust me. I've played this game for the last how many years or so, and always end up laughing at the end of it. You haven't won anything today. Let's not get twisted. It's a big result, big context. It's great for momentum, but also haven't won a trophy. You might have won the Stay Humble trophy if you want to count that, but you need to also remain calm in terms of like, there is a potential. I'm talking about potential right now. There is this potential for you lot to build on, but we have to see it to believe it, because nothing has happened so far. You've won today, and you add that pressure to Liverpool. But yeah, so let's relax in terms of that.
Look, you're gonna get.
How many points did Liverpool have? 9 points.
6.
6. They got a game in hand. Yeah, 6. They got a game in hand. But look, I had 2-1 Liverpool. Obviously they won 2-0. I knew they beat Bournemouth. I just knew it. So it wasn't about that for me. It's about us, man. It's about us. And I gotta say, I was impressed. Gunali today, 2 17-year-olds have shone. One was hardly on the pitch, but shone. Brilliant goal. The other one shows that although he's 17, he could easily turn into a man right now, into this first team. Unbelievable celebration. Loved it. Yeah. Brilliant goal. Brilliant performance. I've got to say the midfield absolutely dominated theirs. Partey and Rice, superb. Absolutely outstanding. Both of those were. And I have to say, although Kai Havertz missed a sitter, and it really was, I watched it back. I couldn't quite believe he'd missed it there. Can't believe he didn't go bottom left, man. What was he doing? Just snatched it. But he did take his goal pretty well, and it was a absolute battering, bruv, wasn't it?
Listen, man, I think there's so many different points. Like it's funny because all season long we've had to hear Rice compared to Caicedo. And look,
Stop this, man. Stop
I think
this.
Caicedo's been amazing. I think
He's gonna
Caicedo's
put
been
you away.
great this season, but listen, there's a tiny bit, there's a tiny bit of shamelessness, but listen, Rice, man, like I don't want to hear no one tell me that he can't pass forward. I don't want to hear no one tell me that this guy cannot dominate games. I don't want to hear no one tell me that this guy cannot play in the eight. I don't want to hear no one tell me that this guy isn't on the way to being world class. I don't want to hear no one tell me that this guy should be compared to any other midfielder in the league. When this guy
You're the
gets
same guy that wanted Caicedo over this, brother, man. What are you talking
hold on,
about?
hold
Have
on,
your
hold
little
on.
prop without bringing other
Wait,
players into it. Cool.
no,
You had a whole debate with Robbie talking about I
don't
want
worry,
Caicedo
don't
over
worry,
Rice.
don't
Stop
worry,
this.
because I got more because it's quite nice because there's a few England players that constantly being mentioned as why can't they carry a game, and there's a guy that plays for Chelsea who hasn't turned up against a big six team all season, but I saw today a couple of England players for Arsenal turn up and they play for England as well. I saw Miles Lewis Skelly turn up for England. I've also for Arsenal and he should be playing for England. I saw Declan Rice turn up for Arsenal and he turns up for England. I saw Nwaneri turn up for Arsenal, but I haven't seen Palmer. I haven't seen Palmer turn up for Chelsea.
Why are we in your
So,
head? Why are we in your head, bro? What focus on your team, man?
let me not digress
My
too
boy
much.
scored in the final, bro.
Let me
You
let me
celebrating
not
that Euros
digress
final
too.
because of my boy.
Let me not digress too much because it's
The only
beautiful.
goal you celebrated in that final is because of my
No,
boy.
no,
Who got the assist
I
for Watkins?
definitely, I
You got
definitely
the
didn't
assist for
celebrate.
Watkins, Lee.
I
Who
definitely
got the
didn't
assist for
celebrate
Watkins in the
any.
semi-final? It
I
was
definitely
Palmer
didn't
again.
celebrate.
I'm
I
about to bring
didn't.
the shades on again. This
I'm
looks
not gonna lie, I
spicy.
didn't celebrate no goals for England. I would never do that in my life. But anyway, let me not digress too much because it's just beautiful to see, man. It's beautiful to see the boys. They did their job today, man. They turned up and they showed up, man. And yeah, like I think Potts, you got it right. Like it was great to see the performances. Now look, I'm not gonna go too far with it because I do think Man City are absolutely shocking. I also think look, I'm still. I think Arteta needs to go. I don't think he's good enough. But the good thing I've seen with him is that he's got the players fighting and he's got the players going forward. The other good thing is, look, whatever you want to say, his record isn't bad without Saka. Like Saka's come out the team, and we ain't lost the game. I think we lost one game against Man City, so against Man United, and that was in the cup. And that obviously you can say loss or whatever, but a draw and then out on penalties. So yeah, other than that, look, fair play to the manager. I thought he did well today. I thought Trossard was absolutely amazing today. I thought Trossard absolutely run ragged on that left hand side. I thought Martinelli did some really good work. And again, my boy Havertz, man. Whatever you want to say about him, worked hard today. Again, the confidence isn't fully there. We know that. So what's the point getting onto him? We know that the confidence isn't there. We know he's clearly not good enough, but he's playing a lot worse because he's so low in confidence. So look, he needs to do better. But I like Havertz a lot, man. No one's gonna take that from me, man. I think Havertz isn't the be all and end all, but he needs to do more. But he is not the worst player in the world, man. And people give him a lot of stick, like, and he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't need it. So fair play all round. I feel good today, man. I feel vindicated with a lot of my support for certain players, and look, let's see what we can do against Newcastle. But as I said, man, it's just nice to see some England boys turn up against top six clubs, man. Because there's certain other clubs that don't
Why
do
didn't
that.
he trust him earlier on though? Maybe he got it right, but why isn't he like earlier on in the season, Lewis
Against a rough
Skelly,
City, man.
Ranieri?
That's my point. That's my point, D.
Yeah.
My main issue with Arteta is that it was so obvious what he should have done against Bournemouth when we didn't have Odegaard. It was
Mm.
so obvious. He didn't start. He played Sterling. He wouldn't play players. He wouldn't trust players when it was the most obvious thing to do. And now we're 9 points behind, potentially 6 points on paper, with an extra 3 games or 3 points possibly with them playing against Everton. And I'm like, it was so obvious. Like, you could have trusted them. You could have played them. You're the one that put these players in a position. You're the one that put these players in the first team. And now, you didn't give them the opportunity when it was so clear. So, look, man, overall, we're here now. We're in a bit of a mess. We're in a bit of a pickle. Do I think we're going to win anything this season? No. Do I trust our team to win our next
After all of
game?
that,
No. No, but it's just nice. I'm taking it game. I'm taking it. I'm talking on. Of the analysts of today. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving all the praise for today. I'm not talking about the next game. I'm not talking about the game after that because what's the point? Because these players we've seen this season, they've dropped the ball time and time again. And we've seen the manager. He's got an ego. He's egotistical, and he does put our players in on our team when the tough gets going. He doesn't come through. So, for all the praise, for all the amazingness that happened today, and the stadium was rocking, and all the other things, that's why I didn't go to the game. I'm not going to any games for the foreseeable future because the manager's not giving me anything to kind of to be shouting about. Honestly, he
Can I still
hasn't.
take Ballers to a game? Because you said you're going to give away your tickets. Well, I don't know what tickets it was for to a child.
They're all gone. They're all gone. They're all gone. I've given them away.
Yeah. I wanted to take my little son, my little bro, to the game, but if they're gone, they're gone.
They're all gone. You're not Arsenal fan anyway, man. You're not Arsenal fan. I said,
No. I want to witness it. I want to witness North London forever on the other side. It sounded electric. The atmosphere today was electric.
That song's so shit, man.
Yeah, the atmosphere today, you was up for it.
What do you think about that song, Potts? What do you think about that song, man? Do you sing it?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, atmosphere-wise, it is good. I got to say.
I do sing it as well. I sing it myself. I sing it at the end of the games.
It does bring the atmosphere, man. It's a bit of a strange song, like in terms of if you listen to the lyrics, like throughout the whole thing. The chorus is cool though, North London Forever, and we sing that. But the actual song, if you sing it, it's like I don't mind it. I don't love it, but I don't mind it. And I think if it brings the atmosphere together, which it kind of has, then fair play. But today, I'm going to speak about these two kids, and I want the panel to give their honest opinion on them. I don't want to get too hyped. I don't want to start talking about them because I've seen, to be fair, I've had the pleasure of seeing quite a lot of young players that have come through at Arsenal, right? I've seen them, whether it's Joe Willock or Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I've seen some that haven't quite made it, Dan Crowley and J. Emmanuel Thomas, Lou Polly, these guys that we're all told were going to be top level. But the ones that have gone on to make it, the Jack Wilsheres, the Ashley Coles, the Tony Adams, the Bukayo Sakas, to be fair now, I do believe we've got two more on our hands here. Now, I don't know if they're going to be the level of Bukayo Saka or they're going to be the level of Rocky Rocastle or they're going to get to Tony Adams' legend status. All I know is they have absolutely everything in their locker. Now, I know, Don, you were speaking about Lewis Skelly to me a while back, saying you liked a lot about him, and Ethan, I think it's clear to see he's got unbelievable talent. I think both of these play right now. Saka's out. That means Ethan starts on the right. I know he didn't today. I imagine he will against Newcastle. And I know Calafiori's been bought, but right now Lewis Skelly's better. So what are you saying about these two kids, man?
Yeah, bro. Listen, listen. We spoke about the problem that Arteta was making in this team. Creating a mess for himself, playing Trossard in the 10. Trying to tinkle that midfield, and Neri was right there, bro. And for me, I was kind of looking at it thinking, listen, I don't give a shit about his age. He's in the squad right now. You've sold Smith Rowe, right? Odegaard's injured right now. Saka is dying on that right-hand side by himself. You need someone that actually knows how to play that position. So I was screaming for him to start. You know what I mean? Because that would have helped you lot play better, and he would have helped add a little bit more goals. Because at the time, I think it was only Saka that was really turning up in front of goal, and Havertz hit and miss. You know what I'm trying to say? So I rate Ethan, and obviously Skelly as well. I don't know long term what's going to happen with his position because naturally he's not a left back. So I don't know if you guys are going to move him into midfield, right? But I like what I see from him, man. The way he uses his hands, very Musa Dembele like. The way he likes to drive through the midfield, very brave. He rattles a lot of fans and whatnot as well. Rival fans, rival players, which is good to have. But yeah, hopefully he just stays grounded, man, and just keeps cracking on, bro. Because right now, he's better than Calafiori. It's not even a debate for me. When I watch both of them,
I'm sorry, that's absolutely.
I can see who's better. I can see who's better.
Okay, let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the again. This
he's
is
better than Calafiori.
This is what happened. This is what Chelsea fans did last year when they were trying to say Enzo's better than this player, and when they said let's just pump the brakes for a second. Look,
Calafiori's not that good though. He's not that good.
Miles Lewis Skelly has had a fantastic start to the season. It almost to the point where he's almost at times you could say saved our season 100%. But to say he's better than Calafiori, who's one done it on the international stage.
Oh come
two,
on, Lee.
Hold on. Again, he's done it on the international stage. Whether you like it or not, He's been there and done it. We also have to say that when you see Calafiori, defensively, he's playing in a left back position. He's not a left back, he's a centre back. Now, for all intents
I
and
haven't really seen him
purposes,
struggle there. I haven't really
no,
seen him struggle there.
so
I've seen
for all
Calafiori struggle against many players, bro. Many.
okay, for all intents and purposes, he struggles to kind of cover the wider spaces by himself. Now,
Who
I'm
does?
not
Who
sitting
does?
here saying I was one of the first ones to say that Calafiori looks a bit funny on the left back role, but I'm also saying to say that Calafiori isn't better than Miles Lewis Skelly after 10 games is absolutely nonsensical. I'm sorry. It doesn't make any sense. Let's give the guy
Oh,
praise
hold on, hold on, hold on. Can I say something, Oli? Yeah.
I've seen
Go on,
games
go on,
where
go on.
I've seen games where Marcel Lewis Skelly looked a bit shaky against Liverpool when he was playing. The ball went over over his head. He was at major fault for that. I've seen even Ethan. He started the game. He's not better than Odegaard. He started the game and he looked dusty. I can't remember where the game was. He got subbed off. I've seen him
It was
against
against who was it?
was it
Brighton?
wasn't Newcastle.
Right.
I
He
can't
scored
remember who
that
the
goal.
game was.
Yeah,
But
yeah, 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 yeah.
all I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying is let's give these guys praise without going too crazy. I'm not sitting here saying that, just because they're 17 or 18 respectively that they can't be better. But
Mm.
Calafiori is a damn good player. Yes, he has moments where he does look a bit shaky at the back, 100%. But we can say the same thing for Lewis Kelly. We're only being nice on him because he's 18 years old and he's come in and made such a big difference. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying for the money that we paid, I think he's been very good. Attacking wise, he looks absolutely out of this world. I think defensively, there's a bit to be desired, but it's clear he's not a left back. He's playing there just for the position. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's my point though. When I'm
I
looking
actually
at him
agree
at
with
left back,
I actually agree with Don though. I actually agree with Don
yeah,
here. I can't lie. I
see.
actually think I like Calafiori. I don't love him, and I don't think in that position he has looked better than Lewis Skelly. If I'm honest with you, this season I think Lewis Skelly has been one of our better players. And I look at him, he just looks so much more comfortable there. I think on the ball he looks more composed. I think he drives us forward. I think he inverts. I think he's got more positional awareness. I think he's got strength. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Ashley Cole, like I heard today someone called up Talk Sport.
That's crazy.
But at the
Now, that's
same
crazy.
time,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
yeah, there we go. But I'm still getting behind the lad and believing. I think I've been really, really impressed. But go on, Don. Go on, Don.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, bro, like when I watch both of them in that position, because the one thing that you mentioned, yeah, is that Calafiori is not a left back, right? Which to me sounds like you're saying is more of a centre back. But then at the same time, Skelly's not a left back either. From what I've read on the guy, and when I used to see clips of him in the academy, he used to play as like a centre mid, and he used to get a lot of goals from midfield and that as well. So technically, he's also playing out of position right now. But when I've watched both of them, because I've seen enough of a sample size of both, let's not act like Calafiori's been playing every single week. He's another wafer that breaks down every so often. Every other game, you just see he's got another knock, right? When I'm watching both of them, I see more in Skelly's game, if that makes sense. Whereas Calafiori, he looks more of a liability. Like what Potts is saying, on the ball, he doesn't drive at guys the way that Miles Skelly does. In terms of like in the duels as well, Skelly just seems a little bit more. He's very good at using his body. That's one thing I've noticed about him, bro. He uses his hands quite a lot. You see him win a lot of fouls because he's very good at doing that, bro. Right? And I don't really see that from Calafiori. So for me, I'm just looking at it objectively, looking at who I've preferred when I've watched both of them play in that position. And Skelly for me offers more, bro. And that's exactly why he's not losing his place. He's not going to lose his place right now because if he loses his place to Calafiori, I promise you see the difference, bro. You know what I'm saying? You will see the difference.
Do you think both these players can make it, D?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Both of them can make it. It's still early days, but I think they will. I think they will make it. But to the level, if you ask me what level will they make it to, that's very hard to say right now. I think it'll be premature. I think they got a high ceiling as long as they stay injury free. They're still young, so they need to be developed right. We've seen it before with players sometimes getting carried away. Well, both of them, I don't think it's the case at all. I don't know them. I don't follow your team as much as them. But like it seems like they're level-headed. So I think their head's in the right place. So I don't think they'll get carried away. But there's a lot of factors where it can go wrong. However, I'll be honest, as much as we've criticized Arteta with development of some players, especially younger players, he's been solid so far. So I think, he's at the right place. He's at the right place. And he took his time with them as well. He hasn't rushed them in. So I think behind the scenes, he's probably got them under control. But in terms of the bigger picture, I think Wanyeri, I know Lewis Skelly's there with debating Calafiori, but Wanyeri is a baller, man. He's a baller. And down the right-hand side, even when Saka comes back, it seems like you might have figured out that problem where, you know, maybe Arteta doesn't have to rely on Saka as much as they done before because he can bring on Nwaneri off the bench. Before it used to be like likes of Reece Nelson, which you lot didn't consider a proper threat. But it seems like Nwaneri, he can score goals, he can create chances. And that's the biggest thing out of this Saka injury, maybe, because I think Nwaneri was still included before the Saka injury, but we're finding him out a bit more, especially down the right-hand side. If Saka was to play today, I don't know if Nwaneri comes on the pitch, for example.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's a positive from this whole thing, especially with Saka, because you lot, I've said it for time and ages. You lot are running Saka to the ground. I don't want your fan base to get emotional with me. I'm not saying Arteta's injured him, but I'm saying there were games where Saka could have come off and he still stayed on the pitch, and then eventually he's led to this moment now, which he's got an unfortunate injury. But I think Nwaneri is a positive, man. He's a massive positive, and Lewis Skelly as well. But then again, Lewis Skelly can go in midfield, so it's versatile. We know that Arteta likes to have versatile players that can play, I don't know, left back and midfielder. But yeah, he's a better version of Zinchenko. And I guess Zinchenko can do both for that midfield and left back role. So yeah, man, it's all positive in that regards.
And that's why I'm a bit confused about this whole Tell thing as well. Like, because I'm seeing United, they've pulled out of the Tell thing now. Arsenal, apparently they're still involved in that. But the main thing for him, he wants game time. And when I'm looking at Arsenal's options in attack, obviously you've got Havertz up top. But for me, when I'm watching Tell, he don't look like a striker to me. He struggles with his back to goal, right? On the left, you've got Trossard and Martinelli. On the right, Saka will be back, and then you've got Nwaneri, who seems to be getting more minutes there, right? So, and then you still got Sterling as well. So if he's looking for game time, it don't really make sense for him to go to Arsenal, bro. Because I'm not just saying this as a Chelsea fan. For us on our left, we only have Sancho. Mudrik's gone, and then on the right, you've got Madueke and Neto, and they're not really performing right now. You know what I mean? Tyree George on the left ain't really gonna get trusted. So if you're looking for game time, bro, right now the best option would be Chelsea, bro. Because Arsenal, there's a lot of bodies there that are still there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You can still play there. I hear what you're saying, but you can still go to Arsenal and play, because we've been talking about that left-hand side, about Martinelli and Trossard in a lot of games. I know Trossard had a good game today, but there haven't been
in the past month, bro.
Exactly. But if you look at the season overall, they haven't performed at the levels that Arsenal need.
So Chelsea have Nkunku.
He's not a winger.
But he can play. Neither is Trossard.
Trossard is a winger, bro. Trossard's a winger, bro. He was playing on the left.
No, he's not. He's a second striker. He's a 10. He's anything but
he's not a 10, bro. Come on, what are you doing?
He's playing there. He's playing there. He's playing there to make do, rather than that is his position. So all I'm saying,
Trossard is not a winger, bro. Are you serious?
He's not a winger. He's not a winger. He's not.
Trossard is not a 10, bro. He's a winger.
Let me tell you, he's a left winger, bro. At best, he's a left midfielder. There's a difference.
There we go. There, left mid, but he's wide on the left.
Okay. But I'm telling you, what I'm saying to you is, you have Nkunku. He's serviceable playing in any of those forward positions. He's adept in playing in those forward positions. You've also got Pedro Neto, who can play on the left. He can play on the right. You've also got Palmer that can play on the right, play in the middle. You've also got what's that guy? That fake rapper. What's his name? No, what's the rapper? Madueke. You got Madueke that can play on the right and play where he wants. You've got players that you can put in the positions. So let's not say that, you don't have players. Let's not make out.
I never said we don't have players. Listen to what I'm saying, bro.
This is like a
listen to what I'm saying, bro.
It's like a player bank.
Bro, Nkunku is not. Hold on, bro. Nkunku is not a left winger, bro. And Maresca don't like him on the left either, bro.
Neither is Trossard.
Hold on, bro. Trossard is closer to a winger than Nkunku, bro. Right? Trossard is closer to playing on the wing than he is Nkunku, bro. The only left wingers that we've got in the squad that are natural left wingers, listen to what I'm saying. Natural left wingers are Sancho and Tyreek George. Tyreek George is not going to get trusted.
And we've got one as well.
Bro, it's between Trossard and Martinelli. Martinelli starts on your left when Saka's fit, and then Trossard comes off the bench, right? So all I'm saying is, right now, when it comes to bodies that can naturally play on the left, like in wide areas, you have more than us right now, because we don't have Mudryk. If we had Mudryk available right now, hold on, let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, if we had Mudryk available right now, we wouldn't be looking at Tell. If Tell comes into Chelsea, he's the replacement for Mudryk. And even Maresca said it himself, bro. He said our right wing options are Neto and Madueke. On the left, we've got Sancho. We had Mudryk, is not here, and we've got Tyree George, who's learning, who's buying his time and whatnot. So right now, bro, it's only really Sancho on that side that he'll be really, really battling with, bro.
And what I'm trying to say to you, it's like me saying to you, Declan Rice is an 8. He's not. He's playing there to make do, but he's not an 8, bro. So what
Bro,
I'm saying
Trossard
to
was
you,
literally playing left wing for Brighton the whole time, bro. What are you talking about?
no,
He's
he
not a
wasn't.
10.
He was playing behind the striker. He was playing on the right. He was
No, he wasn't. He was
bro.
playing on the left.
Anyway,
What are you
look.
talking about?
Look. Anyway,
Bro, I
regardless of
literally
what
wanted
you,
Trossard at
well,
Chelsea before he signed
hold on.
Mudryk.
Again, because now you're gonna whatever you think. I'm telling you, everybody knows that Trossard. He's even played false number 9. He's played there
I know he
many times
has.
for Arsenal. So
That don't
what I'm
make him.
saying to
I
you,
don't think it's a good 9 because he struggles with his back to goal as well.
exactly. Okay, cool. So again, he's not a good left winger either. He's not a left.
No, I think he's a good left winger. Bro, I wanted him at Chelsea, bro. Before you lot signed him, hold on. Everyone thought Mudryk was on his way to Arsenal, right? That's what everyone thought. That was the secret that wasn't well kept. I wanted Trossard because at the time, De Zerbi fell out of this guy and he basically wanted to leave, right? That was in January. I was saying, bro, Chelsea need to sign Trossard.
So you're
on
saying
the left,
to me,
hold on, bro.
No, because I haven't finished.
On the left, we've got a problem, and he's going to help us solve that problem.
So you're saying that Nkunku, João Felix, neither of them can play on the left, just like Trossard.
They're not, bro. They're not natural left wingers, bro. Maresca likes touchline wingers that can hold the width. Nkunku and Felix are not that, bro. They're not that. They're attacking midfielders. That's what they are.
Okay, cool. Okay, done. But so is Trossard. He's attacking the midfielder as well. So what?
We saw him in the 10. We saw him in the 10, and he was shit. He's not an attacking midfielder, bro.
But no.
What do you think Trossard is?
Hold on. Don't conflate the two things. What I'm saying to you is, Trossard is playing there because of the necessary positions that we need to cover because we have no one else to play in those positions. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So yes, he can play off the left, but his main position is behind the striker, in the forward area, or an attacking midfielder. Now, whether you believe he's good enough in those positions is a totally different thing. But you have 3-4 players in that left that can play in the left position to make do, just the same way how Arsenal are. Just the same way like today, we didn't start with our traditional right winger who played there, Martinelli. He's not a right winger. So all I'm saying to you is there are other players that can play in your positions.
Let me read you something. Yeah. Let me read you something. So
choosing
Trossard,
not to do it.
Hold on, bro. So Trossard, these are all the positions that Trossard's played in his career. Yeah, he's played 193 games at left wing. He's played 41 games at an attacking midfield. He's played 39 games as a centre forward, 23 games as a second striker, 17 at left midfield, 11 at right wing. So he has played nearly 200 games at left wing, and you're trying to tell me he's an attacking midfielder?
Yeah, he's played more than for Arsenal. He's played all of them for Arsenal for 2 seasons. That's like 60
bro. He's from Brighton as well, not just Arsenal, bro. He used to play on the left. That's why I wanted Chelsea to sign us.
That's about 60 games. He's played about 60 games for Arsenal on the left wing.
Because that's his best position. That is his best position, bro. On the left.
Cool. All right, cool. You know more about my players than me.
I tell you what I'll do, right?
Bro, I watch your team week in, week out. I don't care if you're an Arsenal fan. I can profile players using my eyes, bro. I watch everyone's team.
So when I watch your players, it don't mean that. So
Nkunku's not a winger. Neither is João Felix.
Hold on. Okay. So you're saying that because you watch my players all season, that you can profile them. I've just said to you that you can play Nkunku off the left. You can play Sancho off the left. You can hold on.
We need specialists, Lee. We need specialists. This is the problem right now with Chelsea, bro. We've got all these little Swiss Army players that can play here, that can do this, that can do that. I get your point. Like, yeah, worst comes to worst, you can probably play Nkunku there. Worst comes to worst, you can probably play João Felix there. But guess what? I want a specialist in that role. Tel is a winger, right? First, he's a specialist winger. That's what he is. Mudryk was a specialist left winger. Sancho is a specialist left winger or right winger, right? Saka is a specialist right winger, right? I don't want these players that can just do a job there. I don't want that, bro, because it don't help you long term, right? I want someone that knows that role inside out. And for me, like I said, I wanted Trossard at Chelsea. No one expected us to go Gazon.
Okay, so if we're talking about specialists, why don't you get a specialist manager? Why don't you get a specialist number 10? Why don't you get a specialist goalkeeper? Why don't you get a specialist right winger? Because you haven't got any of those. Why don't you get a specialist? Why don't you get a specialist striker? Because you've got none of those positions. You don't have a specialist number 10. You don't have a specialist keeper. You don't have a
specialist number 10, bro. Palmer's the specialist number 10. We doing it.
I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one. I'm not too sure.
What do you mean, bro? It's creating the most. This guy's talking about. What are you even talking about?
I'm not
too sure. What are you talking about it?
Boy, the performance.
You can't have too many players in your 11 where they're playing in positions where
The
they're not specialized.
performances don't tell me that. The performances don't tell me you got a specialist number 10. I saw
He's smoking punch, bro.
I saw
You know how
last
many
week.
chances this guy's created this season, bro?
I saw last week. I saw last week's performances. What about that?
This guy's fucking shameless.
What about that?
Yeah?
What about that?
You're shameless. You know your specialist 10 has only scored his second goal today.
What
And it was
about
a
that,
gift. It
Wait,
was a
hold on.
gift.
What about that though? What about that? Let's talk. No, don't talk about my players. We'll talk about Chelsea. What about your specialist number 10? What was he doing?
Bro, my
last season?
specialist number 10 has been absolutely giving man chance after chance and they keep missing.
Good.
Right? He's putting up numbers himself, and it's not even the best Palmer that we've seen. It's not even the best Palmer that we've seen.
That old chestnut.
You know what I mean? But okay, let's move into Chelsea now anyway, because at the end of the day, tomorrow we're playing Lawless. I'm a bit annoyed that Lawless isn't here today. Big himself out. I know he's not well and whatnot. We did a preview on my channel. But bro, we have to make sure that we beat West Ham tomorrow, man. The results this weekend couldn't have been any better, right? Newcastle lost at home. You had Bournemouth that lost. Man City lost. We win tomorrow. We're 2 points ahead of Newcastle as well as Man City. Man City, they've conceded more goals than United now, bro. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So in our next 5 games, we've actually got some easier fixtures coming up in comparison to the teams around us. I'm expecting at least 4 out of 5 wins because we need to make up ground.
And if you don't, then what?
Bro, then we're playing with top 4. We need to get back into top 4, right? We need to get back in there because it's a joke. I can't be watching Champions League right now and Chelsea aren't in there. Because you know when Chelsea are in there, we come with real European heritage. Yeah, we're not just there for numbers. Yeah, we should do a look at Saturn League. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we need to get back in there ASAP, bro.
Listen, I hope you do.
And tomorrow,
I hope you do.
I need to see some signings, bro, because there's no way we can be carrying on and just have Caicedo right now dying, because all that's gonna happen is he'll get injured and then we've got no cover for him. I don't know who's gonna come in right now.
Palmer gonna stand up.
Say that again.
Is Palmer going to turn up?
Thank you.
Bro, he loves the bridge. He loves the bridge, and he's a flat track bully. So most likely he will. Yeah.
He's a what bully? He's a what bully? He's a what bully?
He's a flat track bully. I'm embracing it.
Oh, okay. So what about the big games? What about the big games?
It's older got a flat track bully, man.
No, hold on. What about the big games? What about the big games? Talk to me.
Bro, the big games last season he turned up. This season not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
This season not so much.
But hold on. What was he saying? What was he saying when he was comparing him to Saka? What was?
Bro, let's stop this, man. Hold on. I have to put it into this debate. Wait, hold on, boss. Let's stop this.
Relax.
Let's stop this, man.
I've said it here publicly. I don't want Arsenal to win the league, but sometimes you have to give respect when respect is due. And Saka has been that guy. And that's why Saka.
Hold on, Palmer has turned up in big games as well, bro. You think Saka's turned up in every big game?
Like I've seen it.
You think Saka's turned up in every big game? You're smoking something.
When Elise was doing well, is he better than Saka? When Palmer's doing well, is he better than Saka?
No one's even mentioned Bukayo. Why are you mentioning him? We're talking about Chelsea.
No. The reason why I'm mentioning him,
I want to actually have a healthy debate. No, I want to talk about tomorrow's game. Fuck the Bukayo Saka. Hold on, bro.
The reason why I am, bringing it up in a lot of games this season. And you always think Saka's the best one.
Bro, if you think Saka is better than Palmer, so be it. I'm tired of that debate. That debate is finished, bro.
No, it's not finished. You know why?
Hold on. We're talking about
Don, let me just ask you one question. Don, let me ask you one question before you get into the West Ham thing. Has Saka's not been in here for 2-3 weeks now, yeah? Even still, with all of this, do you think that Palmer has had a better season than Saka?
He has had a better season than Saka.
Okay, cool.
In terms of the GA, in terms of performances,
no.
In terms of performances, hold on. Let me finish. In terms of performances, Saka was playing very well, bro, before he got injured. I've been bigging him up.
So performances.
Performance-wise, Saka's been performing more consistently than him this season for sure.
Okay,
but in terms of the GA this season, Palmer's still been putting up crazy numbers, and he ain't even been playing at his best.
Because he likes to do the cluster thing in certain games. But okay, so I'm glad you
during that tough period, yeah. During that tough period when we wasn't picking up many points, Palmer was very influential. We just weren't scoring, bro. Palmer was creating so many chances in that period, yeah. And guys like Jackson keep missing. What's he supposed to do when he's doing his job and others aren't doing their job? Do you get it?
The same guys like Jackson that you kept talking about, he's got the best connection with Palmer. That one, and Pop has to keep telling you, bro, he's not good enough. Is that one you're talking about?
But they still do. They still do. Since last season, they still have the most.
No. Talk about this season. We're talking about now. Let's talk about now. Let's talk about going back.
Even this season.
Is it also a bit, Don, worrying or concerning for you that you've been buying all these players? I think we've been through about 7 or 8 of these players now that Chelsea have in the front line, and you still need a front three other than Palmer. I'm thinking you need a striker. You've got Jackson. I don't think he's good enough. João Felix, I don't think he's good enough. We spoke about Nkunku as well. We've been, other than Palmer, throwing in Madueke, Pedro Neto, who I do think is a baller. That's one I will give you. Sancho, I've not been impressed, if I'm honest. I was to start with, not been impressed of late. And there's one more that I've missed as well. So I'm thinking you might need a front three, Don. And you spent already. Oh, Mudryk was the other one I missed.
Yeah. What it is, listen, the wingers, they definitely need to step up in front of goal, right? We definitely need more goals away from Jackson. But if you look at most of the league, bro, there's only a few teams really that have a gunman winger that does, that puts up numbers along with the striker. Usually it's the striker that gets most of the goals. And right now, our best chances keep falling to Jackson, but he keeps missing. And right now he's drowning because he hasn't got anyone else to help him out. Start of the season, he was so confident in front of goal. Now I'm watching him. He looks a shadow of himself. But that's where you got to look at the directors and that for not bringing in a striker. That's where I look at them, because I told you, Potts, for me, I like Jackson's development in isolation. But that doesn't mean that we should now just not buy a striker. I kept telling you, bro, we still need a striker because I've grown up watching many strikers at Chelsea playing together. You feel me? So for now, bro, I'm just hoping that Jackson gets his shooting boots soon. I'm praying that Mark Guill will start to get a lot more minutes. He was linked to Ferguson, but he's gone to West Ham now. So that's not going to happen. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, bro, because at the end of the day, it's just transfer window. Yeah, he's gone West Ham, bro. Evan Ferguson's gone West Ham.
Today.
Here we go today in the morning. So
is it?
Happened with a striker, but bro, we can't just be playing Jackson through bad form because it's not helping him. It's 7 games now with no goals, bro.
Well, I told you about this Jackson guy, and I even went back and said, you know what, he's improving his finishing. But I never see him as Chelsea's #1 striker ever. Man. I think he's a squad player.
Wait. Can we also talk about something else? Just a quick remander. Don said that they were the best duo in the league.
Thank you. I said
that. Wait. Go check it for yourself, bro. No one, I told you already, since last season, no 2 players have contributed more goals and assists than those
last season. Let's talk about
even this season. Go check the stats, bro. Even this season, you'll see it for yourself.
Okay, fine. Don. All right, Don. Okay, Don. Let me ask you this. Yeah. If Ty from AFTV had beat 15 girls this year and I beat 10, do you think that he is more of a babe magnet than me? He's not.
I've got my shades on.
It's the same thing. The numbers don't mean nothing, bro. It doesn't mean anything, bro.
Ling, what are you talking about?
Going about these stupid numbers.
What are we doing here?
How did we get here? How did we get?
Honestly, chat.
If I'm
chat, put some tomatoes in the chat, people. Put some tomatoes in the chat.
All I'm saying to you,
put some tomatoes in the chat, people.
You keep going on about these numbers, bro. Numbers don't mean
nothing. Put some tomatoes in the chat, people.
When it comes to real life, bro, it don't mean nothing. When it comes to what you see, it don't mean nothing.
What is that analogy, though? What is that analogy?
It's just to do with numbers, isn't it?
And he beat 10 girls. So what's the analogy?
Put some tomatoes in here, man.
The analogy is to do with numbers, isn't it? Like,
what did I walk back into, man? What did I walk back into, man?
It doesn't matter about who's got more numbers, bro. At the end of the day, who is the better? Thank you. Who is the better? Thank you. Who is the better? What's the better duo? Who are the better duo? We know what it is. We know Jackson isn't good enough. We know that Palmer in the big games he doesn't turn up. That's a fact.
This season he hasn't been turning up. Last year he was, right? But anyway, like I said, tomorrow we win our game. We get back into top 4. And we'll be 2 points clear, above Newcastle and Man City, man. So we need to make sure that we do it, bro. Because I'm tired.
I've been trying to say something, Don. Hold on, let me say it now. Have you seen the news? I've said it.
What news?
Ben Chilwell he's actually coming to us. It's confirmed. Yeah, it's confirmed. It's coming to the end of the season. You're laughing, but then
he's terrible.
Okay, hold on. I just want to ask you a question. Because wasn't Chalobah shit as well?
Bro, you know I don't rate Chalobah. I told you this.
Hold on. Okay, but is he okay? Because I'm wondering, because you lot said Chalobah was shit. Okay, I've seen Ben Chilwell. He hasn't been that great.
I never said Chalobah was shit. I don't think he's shit.
Don't do this. Don't do this, D.
Chilwell is terrible.
Bro, listen, let me tell you something, D. Let me tell you something about Chilwell, yeah? I told you already, bro. Last season, bro, honestly, this guy was just stinking out the place at left back, right? In
I'm
build up, he's shocking technically, bro. Defensively, when any wingers runs at this guy, they're just gonna beat him. It's so easy to run past him. It feels like he's not that strong anymore. You know when you've had all these injuries, yeah, and your body starts to lose a little bit of strength. That's what it looks like to me when I'm watching him, right? I showed you the clips of his cameo. I showed you the clips of his cameo when he came on against City. And bro, even in the final third, Chilwell in the final third, his whips were very good. He used to shoot on goal as well. Now, every time he shoots, he fluffs it, bro. He just looks like a shadow of himself. He honestly doesn't look like a Premier League footballer to me. So if he transforms his life, fair enough. But to me, D, he looks finished, bro. He looks finished.
You know what's funny though, yeah? You know, I don't know if you're talking about Chilwell or if you was talking about Colwell there. Because you sounded like you were describing the same player. You know, they both make mistakes. They both get weights off the ball. Listen, it sounded very particular what you were saying. I don't know if you was talking about Chilwell or Colwell because, bro, if we want to talk again, if you want to talk about your players and you know you want to cuss out Chilwell, let's keep the same energy for some of your mainstays, the ones that you like, right? Right? Is that not right?
Bro, Colwell defensively is better than Ben Chilwell, bro. Ben Chilwell right now. When you play him in that position, yeah, it's honestly like playing a mannequin, bro. It is bad.
You're not going to get onto me, so let me clarify one thing. I'm not saying I'm happy with Chilwell coming. I'm the opposite. Because I know you lot later on will say, "Oh, you wanted him. You was happy. Oh, don't die in this hill." No, I don't want him to come. In fact, there was a comment from I'm not going to bait him out, but a massive Palace page, and they just messaged me randomly now. He said, "D man, I'm on the verge of ending it all. Ben fucking Chilwell." Like, that's the mindset we're at. Like, we're not happy with Ben Chilwell coming to the club.
Tyreek Mitchell's better than him, bro. Tyreek Mitchell's better than Chilwell.
And that's the thing. Look, Mitchell defensively, there's no problems with Mitchell defensively. But we need wing backs because we need to be able to attack as well. And that's where Mitchell's game is limited. So if you're telling me Ben Chilwell's attacking display hasn't been on point and he struggles in the final third, then why on earth are we signing him? It's a desperate signing. It's poor from the football club, but they'll get cooked tomorrow. Today's my day about Man United.
Can I remind you of something, D? Remember last season, yeah, Poch was playing him left wing. So he was getting the ball a lot in the final third. He was getting the ball. Poch is laughing because he can't believe it. Bro, it's like playing Zinchenko left wing, bro. This guy in the final third, yeah, was getting so many chances to shoot, so many chances to cross it, and he would just fluff his lines, bro. Bro, this guy was quality in the final third. I don't even know what's happened to that part of the game, of his game even.
Should I quickly tell another thing? I got a message from someone saying that apparently Glasner prefers Chilwell as his ready-made Prem player. So let's see. I don't know if there's PR coming from the football club. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, look, the only hope that I have, and this is like hope, like this, I'm basically on the ground, like I'm about to fall on the ground and I'm just hanging on something, is that if there's any manager to get the best out of players, is Oliver Glasner. Like, he's done it. He's proven it. Like, he's done it with a few players at Palace so far. But that's my only hope. If Glasner can't...
It's been two windows and he's only got an offer now, bro. Now. And don't tell me nothing about, but he's on high wages. Because Chelsea's playing most of it. But bro, in the summer, all summer, yeah, Maresca chopped him. He chopped him and Sterling and said, "Yo, you're not part of my plans." He didn't get a single offer, right? And now in January, it's only now, towards the end of January, towards the start of February now, yeah, where he's finally getting an offer. Like, that goes to show what people think of him, bro.
The thing is, he has to fight. He has to fight for a spot. Tyreek Mitchell's there. And look, I'd rather have him than nobody, but he's basically a nobody at this point coming to Palace, as you said, for the reasons that you've listed. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Look, regardless if he plays good for us, I don't want to do business with your football club. I don't know why we've done it again after the Chalobah thing and also previous loans. We got Conor Gallagher on loan for a whole season. He was basically a nobody at West Brom. We made him the player he was, and then you sold him on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, similar situation, comes to Palace on loan, and then afterwards he gets sold on. Chalobah, he was X'd out of the squad, lost his whole number. 6 months later, you recall him because of Palace. I don't want to do loan moves for you lot. The only positive is that you can't recall him at this stage. But then again, if he does well, you're not going to finesse us. Even if he does well, we're not going to buy a Ben Chilwell. He's on £250,000 a week. Do you know how much?
He has to drop his wages. He'll drop his wages. Yeah, but
he has to drop his wages. By the way, there's one thing. There's one thing about Palace, and that is that we can be greedy at times with our money. I'm telling you now, you are covering majority of those wages.
No, of course. No, not right now we are. Not right,
Majority
I
of the
agree. I think right now
it's going to favour us in that aspect. However, come end of the
Yeah.
season, if he does perform well from here to the end of the season, it's like, can we even buy him because of his wages? It's just
Nah, he'll drop them. He'll have to drop them. He'll have to drop them. Because, bro, think about it like this, D, yeah? Before you come in, Potts. If he does well, he will want to stay at Palace because he's still staying in London. Bro, he's made bare money, bro. This guy's been making basically nearly a mil a month just sitting down training. That's basically what he's been doing. So if he does well at Palace, I promise you he will stay. Because, bro, he's not getting no offers right now. He's not getting nothing, bro. No one's coming in.
If he plays, no, but you have to put into context. If he plays well at Palace, then he will get offers. Do you get it? Like a lot of people want to Palace. That's if he plays at Palace.
Hopefully, Man City come back in for him, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a good signing, man. Let me chuck these in, and then D, I wanted to ask you this couple of comments that have come in. Suj, this was a solid, well-round performance. He's talking about Arsenal. Part of me feels it could have been different. Havertz's first half miss just proves he can't do sitters. My God, it's actually harder to score the goal he scored than the one that he missed. It's unbelievable. Big up to you, Suj. Thanks for the super chat, my guy. G says, Haaland said, "Who are you?" Now he knows. Yeah, he definitely knows who Miles Lewis-Skelly is now. Let me tell you that, man. It's probably the best way to shut people up. I'll tell you that now. D, let me chuck this at you. Z says, D, I don't think Palace were good today. United just missed chances, Potts. He also says, D's going to brag about that win. You know, bro, we're rubbish. Everybody has beaten us at Old Trafford this season. And then he says, I think we should have scored at least 2 today, though. I didn't see the game, D, so talk me through it. What is he right there, Z?
Yeah, no, he's just crying. If you want some... Yeah. If you want some tissue, I'll get you some tissues. Like, just don't lie. Don't lie. Don't act like that game, United deserved anything out of that game. Even in terms of chances, in the first half, Dean Henderson made 0 saves. In the second half, Dean Henderson only made 2 saves. We scored 2 goals. What are you talking about United created chances? Our XG was literally double your XG as well. Like, what are you on about? It's just utter rubbish, and I'm not going to deal with that.
In the first 15 minutes, I swear they
in the first 15 minutes, they hit the
post and mainly created the post.
The reason why they hit the post,
that was about it.
The deflection. That was it. United done nothing.
Yeah, no. They were shocking.
Exactly. But Palace went into this game without Eze starting. Without, of course, Adam Wharton, who's been out injured. He came back for this game. But it's not that Palace had a strong 11. Like, we didn't have our strongest 11. Kamada was playing at the number 10. Of course, we lost Richards.
He was a rat today. He wasn't.
By the way, Palace could have scored more goals. In the first half, we had decent opportunities. That Mateta one, which Onana saved. There was that cross from Mitchell, which he just went wide off the post. Palace could have scored more goals. So I'm not having that Palace were rubbish today. Like, I'm trying to be as humble as possible, but no, even the stats prove it wrong. But yeah, in the last 4 games against United, we've scored 7 goals. They've scored none. We haven't lost against them. We haven't conceded a single goal against them, home and away. And today, Oliver Glasner, once again, look, last week, there was a lot of cry over the Brentford defeat in terms of oh, what's going on with Palace? But as I said, like, that game was a one-off, and we've been very good. In the last 15 games or so, I think we've only lost 2 or 13 games. I don't want to lie, between 13 or 15 games, we've only lost 2. And Adam Wharton came back today, was involved in a second goal. He's going to be massive for us because we haven't, even though he's played for us this season, he hasn't played for the last 3 months or so. And at the start of the season, he was playing injured, but now he's back to full form. Eze came off the bench because of an injury, still contributed. Overall, things are looking positive. We needed another wing back option. That's Ben Chilwell, which I'm not happy with because I feel like we should have paid over the odds to get Juve. It was linked to other clubs, but Palace didn't want to do that. And yeah, look, it's crazy. This season, there's still a long part of the season to go. And I've said this all along. There's a long part of the season to go. The difference between 4th and Palace is only 11 points. I'm not saying we're finishing 4th, but I'm saying that's only like how many wins? Like, you can, if you go win 2-3 games, you can close the gap on teams above you.
Wait, have you had back-to-back wins all season?
Yeah, yes, we have. We literally had back-to-back wins.
So are you finishing above West Ham?
That's not. I've said this all along. We are. I don't know why you lot. Look, this is the thing. I didn't think about this last week, but you know when we talk about relegation, right? Palace and West Ham on the same points. Are Forest and Arsenal? Are Forest in the title race, just like Arsenal? Then no one really stays. Yeah, you could say so, but I mean, people are looking at Arsenal. No one really mentions Forest just because you're level on points. So even the likes of Bournemouth and other teams that are not that far behind Arsenal, like, just because you're level on points, it doesn't mean that, you know, you're on the same bracket as that team. I think we've been in much better form than the likes of West Ham. We've proven it as well in the last 15 games or so. And I'm looking up the table rather than down, but we need to get a bit more consistent wins. We've got back-to-back wins. We've got back-to-back wins. And yeah, man, it was a good win today, but that we haven't conceded a goal against them in the last 4 games. I expected a 1-0 win. It was a 2-0. Mateta, unbelievable striker. He can play for a lot of teams in the Premier League. But yeah, so
unbelievable. I mean, that's a very high superlative for a player like him.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What do you mean? Didn't you see what he done against your team as well?
Did he score? Did he score?
Yeah, he did. At your ground.
No, boys, I'm off. You got
Love, man. Enjoy, man. Enjoy your evening, bro. Thanks for coming on, man. Love, man.
Tell me how many more strikers are better than Mateta?
Unbelievable, though. I mean, no. Okay, no. I might not be able to say 10, but what I will say is the bar is so low. That's why he gets in that 10th spot.
No, but his overall game has been very good.
Who does he not start for, D? Who does he not start for in the Premier League?
I don't know. So Haaland's got more goals. Isak's got more goals. Chris Wood. And in terms of strikers, Wiss has got 1 more. And then he's got more. He's on level with Watkins. He scored more than Liam Delap. He's getting hyped up all season. And you have to remember, he's playing for a Palace side that struggled to create chances for the large parts of the season. He's on 10 goals already.
But unbelievable. Unbelievable striker.
He's clinical. He's unbelievable in front of goal. He starts for Man United.
He's what?
He's unbelievable.
He's clinical, did you say?
Yes, he's clinical.
Boy.
He has been clinical. We don't create that many chances. That's the problem with Palace. We don't create that many chances. But whenever we do, he's really stepped up to the plate. I'm
not gonna lie to you. If he might start for Man United, but Man United don't have strikers. So again, he will start for them. He's not going to start for me.
I'll be honest. It feels like the Arsenal team scoring more goals than Havertz.
Yes, because the ball. Okay, cool. Do you?
That's what I'm saying. So he starts for Arsenal up front.
Okay, but hear what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying to you. The level's so low, so you don't rate Havertz. So of course he's.
What do you mean the level's so low? You're Arsenal. You're second in the league, and he still starts for you lot. How's
yes,
the bar?
But he's not the main goal scorer. And my point, what I'm trying to say to you is, the level of Havertz in terms of finishing is so low that we could have. We're going for Watkins. Watkins isn't a prolific striker, but he's probably one of the best forwards out there currently. I can't think of in world football. I can't think of maybe another 10. Really, I'm struggling.
Mateta. Okay, but you can say the bar is low, but you can't take him out of the equation. Like in the current crop of players, he is still an unbelievable striker for what he does. Ollie Watkins has a lot of chances, by the way. And
okay, cool. In the proper players,
Mateta really hasn't done that. He's been very clinical for us, and his first touch, everything's been on point. Let me go through the teams. Liverpool, I don't know if he'll start for Liverpool.
No, he won't.
No, so he'll start for Arsenal, not for Forest, because Chris Wood has been fantastic. City, he won't, of course. Newcastle, he won't. But then from there onwards, Chelsea.
Jackson. I'm taking Jackson. I'm taking Jackson.
You're crazy.
100% I am.
About you taking Jackson. You're taking Jackson over Mateta.
Yeah, I am.
You give Mateta the chances that Jackson's had, and he's finishing them. So is Jackson better than? Hold on, let me do the math. So you're taking Mateta over Havertz, but you're taking Jackson over Mateta. So Jackson's better than Havertz.
I'm taking Jackson over. Yeah, but Jackson's a better striker overall than Mateta.
No, he's not.
It's much, but again, okay, but this D, we both don't. All I'm saying to you is the superlative that you gave, that adjective, where you gave.
He's got more goals than Jackson this season, and he plays for Palace.
But he's not an unbelievable. Unbelievable is like, oh my days, like you need him, like you have to have him. No, like he's not that guy.
No, but if you give him chances in front of goal, he's been finishing. He's been
unbelievable player for Crystal Palace. Unbelievable is like possibly Walton.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, look at the goals that he scored this season. I beg you go and watch the goals that he scored this season. And look at you haven't watched him all season long.
I like him, but I wouldn't say he's an
when he has chances, like 63% conversion rate for Mateta. Like, what's the other conversion rate? Let's compare him to other players. Like, he is very clinical. He's been very clinical in front of goal, and he's got high confidence. Not even just that. He's built up play, everything overall. Like he's been at that level.
D, let me ask you this. Move away from Mateta. You're 10 points off the Conference League. Is that your next aim?
No, my aim has always been top 10, but yeah, like top 10 and a cup run. I'm looking at Doncaster. We've got Doncaster and FA Cup, so I'm not thinking about Conference League right now. I'll be honest. Let's see how we do in FA Cup. But I'm looking up the table rather than down, and that's been the case for the last 13 games or so. Let's see who we sign tomorrow. Ben Chilwell. Yeah, But then Wharton coming back, that's positive, by the way. Lots of people haven't realized that Adam Wharton has been playing for Palace during this time, and he's a very good player. He was very good for us last season when he was fit. He hasn't been fit, so him coming back, hopefully we rest Eze. Well, Eze is going to get rested against Doncaster. Glasgow confirmed it, which is good.
That Millwall lad, Esse.
Yeah, he's in the squad as well now, Roman Esse. So he's another option as well as like a creative 10. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's just annoying with the centre back options because we can't really get any injuries. Because Chalobah, of course, when he left us, Chelsea.
Who's your backup? Richards, is that it?
No one. We haven't got no backup.
Like
is Richard Gahey? Huh?
On that
He was fantastic today. Richards had Garnacho on lock.
No, I think he was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say unbelievable, but he was fantastic.
You just got three centre halves. That's it.
What was that?
You just got three centre halves.
Basically, if someone gets injured, then it's going to be Nathaniel Klein or Jeff Lerma. He slots in there. And one of the reasons is Chad Riyad. He's out till next season. He got injured typically as soon as Chalobah left. Of course, Chalobah leaving.
Where's Rob Holding?
For the under 21.
Bromley?
Is that under 21? Or is it Bromley? He might be a Bromley. I don't know.
You have to bring Rob Holding back. Has he actually gone? Rob Holding?
No, he's still at Palace, but he plays for the under 21s when he plays for the under 21, so he's not a first team option.
That's crazy, man.
Listen,
yeah,
that is an unbelievable turn of events.
It was after the West Ham game. He had a falling out at home, and then after that, basically, he's not included. He's not even in the question. Like that's why we want another centre back tomorrow. We're trying to sign another centre back because there's nothing.
I don't know what. Get a centre back and Chilwell. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean with the attacker, we got Roman Esse anyways. So that's all we need another 10. So he's the number 10 option. He's exciting. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's what we need. A left wing back, which is not good enough, and then another centre back.
FA Cup is what you want this year, then, yeah. That's your aim to win that.
Yeah, cup run under. This is the best manager we've had since getting promoted to the Premier League, and he's actually won stuff. So I want a good cup run. Doncaster next, take that serious. We'll take it. We'll take it serious on Monday night, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully, an easy draw. Give me an easy draw. 3 wins away from Wembley.
Interesting. Let me just close with Arsenal very quickly because I was really impressed today. Ethan Nwaneri, very quickly. He has got already 7 goals in an Arsenal shirt. Which is mad.
That's crazy.
Odegaard this season has got 3 goals. Now, I know he's been injured, but if you look at the amount of game time and the minutes, Ethan Nwaneri has outshone him. Now, he has been playing in the Carabao Cup. He has been playing against Preston, Bolton, Palace. But you know what? I don't care because he's shone in all of those games. And he was playing with the likes of first teamers that weren't shining and, getting the goals and assists that he has. So I think a breakthrough season is definitely something he's had. I didn't see it coming. I thought he might have got a few minutes here and there. But I think now we look at the Smith Rowes and the Nelsons and the Vieiras that have gone. And as much as I do believe that there's been a time where I thought, if you're going to let them go, you need to replace them. He's definitely been a replacement. There's no doubt in that. Miles Lewis-Skelly, I think potentially at left back, yes, but could actually be left midfield. I think Nwaneri could actually play in that left 8 as well. My thoughts to you, and Lee, I'll kind of put this to you first because you're obviously an Arsenal fan. Do you see Ethan Nwaneri and Odegaard playing together in that midfield? I know at the moment, obviously, Ethan's right because Saka's out. Do you think that he could play in that attacking 8 and Odegaard in the 10, or maybe even Ethan in the 10 and Odegaard in the attacking 8?
I would put Odegaard in the 8. I'd put Odegaard in the 8 because
I like that.
And kind of putting Nwaneri in that goal scoring position. I think he's a goal getter. I think Don mentioned it. He can get goals, but I don't want to hear any nonsense about Odegaard not in the team, bro. Like there's some players that unfortunately the numbers just don't, they're just not there for the numbers. They do all the other things. I remember a piece of skill that Odegaard did at Brighton last year, and it kind of did not even a cross, he did a flip flop and he went through the defender's legs. Like there are so many things that Odegaard does. The press, he leads the press. Like there's so much that he does, and I'm like, bro, like what are we doing here? Like why are we trying to make out like this guy is the captain of our club isn't good enough? Now, yes, there are moments in games where I want him to step up and be like a Declan Rice and be that marauding player that grabs the game by the scruff of the neck. But listen, Odegaard is an amazing player. And I'm not going to sit here and say we're lucky to have him because we've had way better. But what I will say is He's a nice cherry on the top kind of player, and we just need to get a few more players around him. We need obviously a better attack in terms of forward and someone on the left so we can connect. And we clearly need someone that can play next to Odegaard.
Are we going to Lee? Are we going to get someone in the next day? I don't think we're getting anyone.
I'll be honest with you. I hope we don't. I hope we don't. I told you last week, and I'm going to keep.
Yeah.
I'm going to remain. I do not want Arsenal to spend another penny on Arteta. I really don't. I don't trust this guy. I don't believe that he's going to spend it on the right position. I'll be honest with you. Even this Tell guy. I mean, I don't really know if he's the answer. I don't think that he's the guy to come in and make it. Like everybody's bartering over Tell, thinking, "Oh my gosh, let's get him. We have to get him. We have to get him." I don't see it.
Is there a chance Villa bring in someone and we get Watkins? Is that dead?
I think getting Watkins is even worse. I think Watkins, we've seen it. We've seen what we've had players like that before. Even Adebayor missed a bag of chances. Giroud would miss a bag of chances. We've had Shamak started off well. I don't know if you remember. Then would miss a bag of chances. We've had players like
Shamak.
Watkins. He's not good enough. He misses chances game in, game out, man. I'm sorry. Like we saw it even this season when we played him. The guy missed an open goal. Two open goals. I'm not there for it, man. Like he blows too hot and cold. He blows too hot and cold for me. It's gotta be either Isak or I would go for Osherman. If it was me, I'd go for Osherman.
I
I
can't
like
take the Watkins
Isak,
thing serious, though.
Gyökeres, and Osimhen, man. It's
I
one of
can't
them
take-
three for me.
Yeah, Watkins is not serious. The timing
joke.
of it, everything. It's not. It's like we tried. To me, it's like
That is
we
what
tried.
it is. That is
tried.
what that is going to be.
Because
That's what
would
it'll be.
I mean, all right. I think you bid for Watkins before Duran news happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that was similar time though. Like, why would Villa, even if Duran didn't go, sell Watkins for £60 million when they're doing well? They're still in the Champions League, and it's very close to deadline day. If you really wanted Watkins, you would have put in the bid earlier on at the start of the window, and then went on from there.
That's why I don't think we're serious.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think we're serious. And you know
Yeah.
what? I'll say this now. We still need a couple of forwards. We all know it. We all know the positions we need. We still need another left 8. We still need another centre half, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. But right now, in January, I didn't expect to get all them positions filled. But I expected to bring at least one attacker in. And if we ain't going to do that, it shows to me we ain't serious as a club. It shows to me that we're waving the white flag to say we can't win this Premier League, and they'll go all out for the Champions League, which is something we're struggling to do well in, let alone win. So I just look at that and just think it's really disappointing. And as much as I love the win today, and I love the fact that Havertz has scored and that these kids have shown what they've got, we still know we're not serious. And that's the problem with the ownership. That's the problem with the manager, the board. Everything's a madness. How can you be in a position where Kai Havertz and Sterling are your options going for a title? That is not what we should be doing to get across the line.
He scored a goal today, but flipping that miss.
It's embarrassing.
In the first half.
You know what though? I'll be honest though. I do think now you've put the thought in my head. We should go for Mateta. We should act like a big club.
You ain't getting Mateta. You can go from. You ain't getting him.
We should go for Mateta because he's got a 66% goal rate, conversion rate. He scored more goals than X, Y, and Z. And why not? He's worked with Henry, right, in the French national team for the Olympics. So we should go for him, right?
I mean, he's better than Havertz, so it'll be an upgrade. But you're not getting him.
This is my point that I'm trying to say to you, D. Anything is better than shit. Mate, I would have porridge every day for dinner if I was served up a bunch of crap. I would. That's my point. You keep trying to say to me he's better than Havertz. Cool. You know what? Mateta might be better than Nunes too, but we all know that Nunes is crap. That's my point, D. So yes, I'm agreeing with you. He might be better than Havertz. Yes, he might be better than Nunes. He might be better than Jota. He might be better than Ollie Watkins. But these guys are inept. They're not good enough. This is my whole point. So the strikers market is so scarce with quality that anybody who scores 10, 12 goals looks to be good. You don't rate Martinelli. I believe Martinelli's got like 15 GA this season. Did I see that? He's got something like 15.
He's done a run recently, but apart from
Or
that,
12,
yeah.
12, is it 12 GA? But you don't rate him.
Bad. He's been bad.
There you go. So he's bad. So my point is that numbers, don't let the numbers, and again, I'm not trying to say that Mateta is as bad as Martinelli. No way, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying to you is don't let the numbers confuse a quality player from just a good player. which I believe Mateta is. Mateta's a good player, but
Brennan, why do you
unbelievable.
not want Guy career and a few other players? Because of the numbers. Look at the goals that he's scoring. Because if it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
for the
yeah.
numbers,
But okay, cool.
if it wasn't for the numbers, then you would have got Matt Coventry. We're linked
Oh,
with Matt Coventry.
100%. Yeah, but the reason why Gyökeres would have more credibility, and again, this might be a bit of snobbery, this might be a bit of European, whatever, is because he's doing it in a European league, which, in terms of European league, in terms of Champions League and Europa League, etc., etc.
Yeah,
That's the reason why.
but
That's the reason why.
yeah, because the championship is people can laugh at it, but the championship is quality. Like it's very hard to do.
No, I'm not talking about the championship. I didn't
So,
say
if you're doing in Europe, then that's different because that's what you lot are aiming to do anyway. So if this guy's scoring goals in Champions League and Europa League and with the chances that you create, it makes sense. But look, look, we'll see what happens with Martinelli, etc. He's had a good month, I think, or maybe a bit longer than that.
And I could be wrong. I'm sure I saw 12 GA or 15 GA so far this season.
Yeah. He's been good recently, but overall, like he's not the answer. He's not the answer. But you can laugh about Mateta, but I couldn't stand Mateta, bro. I can admit that when he first joined Palace, the conversations were, why can't he jump for a header? Like, why can't he jump? Those were the conversations we're having. And he's gone from a player who couldn't jump to now his overall package. Like he can link up play. He's very good in front of goal. He's very good. He's very good. I can't say anything bad about him. But
I think he is.
You can sleep on him. That's fine. You can sleep on him. That's fine.
I wouldn't trust Arteta with no more money. Like he's the same guy that said that we were in the summer. He was happy with the squad. He's now come out and said that we were short. Mate, you're chatting BS, mate. In the summer, you kept banging on. You kept banging on about the owners, they're the best owners. You kept banging on about, this squad is ready to compete. When he was asked in the interview, what do we need to do to win? He said, win every game, 114 points. You faltered in every single aspect of what you said. You brought this team to the fore to say that you were going to win, and you knew if we got injuries, you had to find a way around it. You got in Sterling on the last day, use him, suffer and use him. You brought in Havertz, who, for all intents and purposes, I actually quite like. So fine. You brought in the likes of Declan Rice. Fine. You brought in Marino that you said you chased for 7 weeks. You brought in. Remember, Potts. We weren't even gonna get Sterling. We were gonna get that keeper from Espanyol for 20 million.
But you're gonna keep him though. I get your point, but you're gonna keep him, so you might as well back him if you're gonna keep him. It doesn't make any sense.
No. Yeah, no, we're gonna keep him, but keep him on the basis that he needs to do better with the squad that he built.
Yeah, but then it's not good enough. The squad that he built ain't good enough. That's why we're talking about Havertz up front.
Deep. We all agree with you. We all agree. We all know that he's not good enough. But the manager at the start of this season, he went in thinking that this season that these players were good enough. Otherwise, he would have done more in the transfer window.
I know.
Said.
Learning.
No more money. No more gifts. No more spending 150, 160, 170 million pounds in the summer. No, he got rid of ESR. He's done everything he wanted to do. He's gutted out the squad. He got rid of Aubameyang. He got rid of Lacazette. He got rid of Nketiah after giving him a new contract. He got rid of ESR after. What more do you want? What more do you want?
It also falls down on your club, because if your club didn't think he was good enough, look, he's learning on the go. And I've said it, like I don't know how many trophies you'll win with Arteta, because I don't really rate him as high.
What would be a good appointment, D? What would be a good appointment if Arteta's going? Let's just say he goes at the end of the season, whether he walks or he gets sacked or whatever it be. Arteta's no longer the Arsenal manager. As a Palace fan, you've got no care in the world about who Arsenal appoint. But if you
I don't want you lot to be successful.
Huh?
I don't want you lot to be successful. So I do.
Okay, well, imagine. So take that out. Take your kind of Palace hat off. If I was owning Arsenal, who would I appoint to win trophies with? Who would you go with? Who are the names out there that you think you would look at and go, "Wow, that's a good appointment"?
Well, it depends. It depends, because would Ancelotti be available in the summer?
Yeah.
Like, would he be available? But this is the thing. Arne Slot was linked to Palace before Liverpool. There are managers out there. You just have to do your recruitment. And the thing is, there are managers out there that might not even be winners that are more experienced than Arteta, because Arteta's learning on the go. This is his first job. His first job is Arsenal Football Club. So I hear what you're saying, Lee, about don't give him money and this and that. But he's learning on the go. Your club has said, all right, we're willing to take the risk of this manager learning on the go. And for that reason, you have to back him. You have to back him, because he's not a Klopp, he's not a Pep. He's still new. to the game. I know he's been there for 5 years overall, but he's still new to learning, how to run and how to run football club. Basically, he's running football club. It seems like at this point, and that is the price that you have to pay for. Like, he might not get everything right. He might focus on defenders more than attackers. But this is the only club he's been at. He hasn't been at any other club. So that's if you're keeping him, you have to pay the price. You cannot stop backing him. As soon as you stop backing him, then there's no point of Arteta even staying there, because you're not going to win anything with the squad.
Well, at the moment, if Arsenal win all their games, they finish on 92 points. That's not going to happen. What sort of points do we think we have to? Because I think it's Arsenal and Liverpool here. I'm gonna write off the Forest for a title race. I know it sounds mad, but I don't think they can go all the way. I'd be amazing.
Because remember, when we talk about fighting for relegation, there was a lot of hysteria about Palace and West Ham being on the same points. But the reason why you're writing them off, I understand it. But there's a lot of emotional West Ham fans the other week. Is because you don't think that they're gonna be on the same level of form as Arsenal are. Even though, despite you were still on the same points as Forest before this game started,
I think
right?
Forest. I just don't think
thing.
Forest will be. I don't think Forest will be in the title race. I hope they are, because I think it'd be amazing.
I don't think so as well. But you're gonna face
and let's be fair.
I still think we're coming second, but
let's be fair. We've smoked Nottingham Forest. They've lost to Man City as well. They've lost to Liverpool. Sorry, they drew to Liverpool. So, yeah, like, the reason why you would think that we're going to finish above them is because we've beaten them, and they've not been outstanding against all the top teams. So, yeah, like, they've had a great season, but let's just kind of be a little. Let's put a button in it. Let's not always reference Leicester.
Are you confident that you'll beat them at their ground? Because
no. I'm saying we smoked them 3-1. We smoked them 3-1 already.
Are you confident that you'll beat them without Saka? Because you're going to face him soon.
No. That's not what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we've already beaten them. Whereas most
they beat you though, because it's not done.
Yeah,
You haven't beat.
They're 3 points. They're still 3 points behind us. I don't trust them at Nottingham Forest to go to every single away ground, and even at home. They've lost to Newcastle at home. They've lost games.
Liverpool dropped points against them, so they stopped Liverpool, who's the best team right now.
Yeah, and with a team like Nottingham Forest, you take them serious, but you also look at them and say, look, they are not the finished article, neither of Arsenal, but you trust Arsenal on any given Sunday. I would trust Arsenal to turn up and do a job rather than Nottingham Forest. That's not
why though. Why do you think that? I think you're thinking based on paper rather than what's going on this season. Because Forest this season they have a squad. And they've got players who can come off the bench. Arsenal have injuries. We're talking about you needing attackers. Like Forest.
When did we play them? Yeah, if we had our first team out against their first team, we'll beat them.
But you won't have your first team though.
Again, it depends when we play them. I don't know when we play them.
I think you face them soon. Arsenal, Forest. I think you do face them.
I think in the next couple of weeks. I wouldn't say. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a guaranteed win. I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed loss. I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed loss. I'll say I could see a draw. I could see Arsenal winning. It wouldn't shock me either way. Like we've gone to Chelsea when they were in a good vein of form and not lost, and we could have beaten them quite easily. Actually, we've gone away to Man City at the start of the season where they weren't this crap team, and we were like 10 seconds away from beating them. So look, I'm not sitting here saying Nottingham Forest are crap. They are not crap at all. They're a damn good team and they deserve to be who they are. But like, we've beaten them 3-1. They've lost to Man City away from home. They got battered. They've drawn against the Liverpool at their ground. So yeah, look, man, like you take it for what it is. We don't need to keep mentioning Leicester season because that is a straight anomaly. And like that's it. Like just give them the credit what they deserve without going overboard. We don't have to go overboard and make out like they're gonna win the league. Like we can give them the credit that they deserve, and that's it.
Look, lads, come to a close. I need to close now. Big up to you guys and for Don for coming on. Really appreciate it. It's been a great show, to be fair. And it's been good to actually talk about Arsenal winning. And do you know what? I'm buzzing from it still, man. To put 5 past 10, superb. It's always good. Listen, there's going to be windows that are going to be shutting. There's going to be news to be spoken about. We'll be back tomorrow. So please make sure you do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. Make sure you're following Gunali and D Back in the Nest as well on socials and YouTube. And I'm on Lee Judges TV around about midnight tonight to talk all things Arsenal. So please make sure you come show some love over there. You're going to be redirected to LB. Go show him some love, man. He's going to need it because trust me, they're ranting right now. So go and show some love. Go spam the chat. Say Dan Potts raid. Dan Potts sent me 12-man raid. Do whatever you need to. And we'll see you next time, people. We're out of here. Big up. Peace.
Peace.